Okay. Second time lucky. I've just deleted a live stream because there was no fucking sound, was there? I hope you can hear me now. I've got this thing right here. Oh, what have we got? Yes, I am now live. Thank you for telling me, phone. Anywho, hello there, little berries. Eryberrie here. How are you? It's been a while since the last few videos. Lots have been happening. I have been focusing mostly on my true crime channel, which has taken a hell of a lot of energy. It's not just about the filming, it's the research, it's the editing, splicing in the images, stock footage, making sure everything is cited, all of that. I've been quite active on social media. I think this is more the route that I want to go. I will like to come back to this channel, but to be honest, I miss gaming. I do, and I think that's what I'd like to do on this channel a lot more. But just to give you an update, if you do watch my true crime channel, you can see that this is the setting that we have now. If you look back a year ago, the setting was very different. We have moved house. Bit of noise coming in from the other room. Sorry, it's the other half. And back in September, at the end of September, we were given notice at the flat we're in. We've been there 7 years, and the landlords owned the commercial property next door, and the business was changing hands. They wanted the new business manager to live in our flat. Fair enough. But our letting agents were very good. They found us a new place really, really quickly, which is where we are now. We've got a second bedroom, and this is the second bedroom. This is the office. This is where I do all my work. I'm very, very happy with that. The few other things, MEM1 not being a huge change, to be honest. The last time I went to Guy's for any kind of checkup was last August. That was my usual annual, how your symptoms and give blood and all of that. And they actually were doing research because Guy's and St Thomas's is a research hospital. If you go there and you give your consent, they can use your blood, they can use your data, your medical records to do research. And they said, do we have your permission to map your genome, to access your medical records? I'm like, yeah, whatever. If it helps people, if it helps research, I'm all for that. So I had double the amount of blood taken last time. I get a noise coming from next door, I do apologise. So that's going to happen again in the middle of August. I've been on the mini pill for nearly 18 months, and for the last 8 months I haven't had a period. It's nothing. So I'm not going through that. It's brilliant, but at the same time I don't know if I'm ever going to have one off here or there. It's meant that I'm not anemic anymore, and I still take my iron and all of that. I still take my calcium and everything. The medication is great. It's really worked wonders. I feel a lot healthier and a lot happier than I've been for a while. Autism. Yeah, I'm still autistic. That hasn't changed. Still there. But one major thing that's changed is I feel so much happier being me. So much happier. I'm at that point where I'm like, do you know what? I am who I am, and if you don't like it, fuck off. And that's something that I've heard people say all my life, and that's things I've said myself, but I've never really truly heeded it and understood it because I secretly didn't like myself, didn't want to be myself. But now I'm like, you're born to stick out, stick the fuck out and be proud. And my mentality is, for anyone who doesn't like this channel, who doesn't like me, why are you watching me? Don't bother. There are plenty of other things you can do with your life except watch me. So goodbye. So, moving on from that. Open University, big change, big change. Now, I started my degree 7 years ago, so by all accounts, I should have graduated. But I've deferred twice, and the last time I deferred was 2 years ago. That was just shortly before my mother passed away. And since then, I have thought about returning to studies, but I've been out of it for 2 years. And I was thinking, how can I re-enter level 2 at that stage when quite a lot of what I've learned isn't fresh? How can I do that degree as well when, to be honest with you, I was struggling with it? And my TMAs were, I was getting excellent marks on some, but really poor on others. And I was saying to the student supporters, when it comes to science, like, you know, the physics, chemistry, all of that, you're either right or you're wrong. Right answers, wrong answers, whichever. But even when you have to give a explain your understanding of this process kind of answer, you're either right or wrong, but it depends on how you explain it. And sometimes if you don't show understanding, you show knowledge but not understanding, you don't get the marks. It's very picky with those things. With other subjects, it's not a case of you either right or wrong. Like when you do essays at school, when you're analysing a piece of literature, in many ways you cannot be wrong. Sometimes you can be absolutely right, but it's about sourcing your evidence. So I've decided that yes, I will go back to the OU. I am going to complete a degree, but it's going to be in a completely different discipline. I'm going to be changing my qualification from natural sciences to psychology criminology. It's more in keeping with what I'm doing on my YouTube channel. I'm finding that very fascinating about why people do what they do. I still can't get my head around some of them, like the Riggerstad murders. That has not left me. I thought after doing that video, it would just leave my brain and I could move on to something else, like the Sesagaya murders, for example. But those two in particular, have not left me. It's what I find fascinating right now, and I could say maybe it's an autistic obsession potentially, but it's something that I've been fascinated with for a long time. And when you're a writer, you're always thinking about motives of your characters. Why are they doing this, and will the audience be convinced? And sometimes when I'm reading a book or watching a film or whatever, I can never really be convinced of why a person's motives make them do something, because I don't understand it. And I'm very fascinated about deception, detection, statement analysis, that kind of thing. So that's what I would like to do. And the OU actually have thousands of free courses, which are basically redundant modules. So degree level redundant modules that you can do free. And I'm doing some of them right now just to get myself back into the swing of it. And it's fascinating. I've learned a bit about the corpus callosum. Is that what it's called? Callosum. And how it relates to left and right hand side of your brain, and how it controls the opposite side, and the vision of your right hand side goes to the left hand side of the brain, which controls speech. So if you see something with your left hand side but not the right hand side, and you don't have the corpus callosum, then you won't be able to articulate what you see. All of that. So it's kind of made me think about alien hand syndrome, and then I move on and do other stuff. So I'm waffling right now. If you haven't seen one of my previous ones, which was when I let you know that Sebastian, my cat, had passed away, only a few months ago did I finally accept that. It's really, really difficult to say goodbye to any being you've loved and cared for, but what choice do you have? You can't bring them back no matter how much you scream and cry and protest. It's not going to happen. So we've got our little Mitzi. She's still with us, bless her. She's going to be 12 soon. And in the next couple of weeks, now keep this secret, don't tell anybody, we're going to be getting a new little fluffy thing. Little fluffy little pet. We're going to be getting a new one in a couple of weeks. But I'll be keeping you updated on that. Now, if you do want to subscribe to my true crime YouTube channel, please do. I tend to upload there once every 2 weeks. It has to be once every 2 weeks because of workload. At the moment, we do have a family member in hospital, so we're having to do things like dog sitting and splitting of tasks and stuff, and it's taking up time as well as working full time. So I'm trying to do my best there. What I would love to do is be able to turn this into a full-time job. I'd love to be able to do this for a living. So if I were to monetize this channel, because it is just a vlog channel, I think my true crime channel, I'm in two minds whether I want to monetize it, because, well, for one thing, I don't think I can monetize it because of the subject matter, and some things I talk about may be copyrighted, but mostly it's because of the subject matter. It's do I really want to monetize it? But then again, I need to be able to earn a living. So what I would probably do there is have a join channel function, and possibly Patreon. I might be doing that. So this is just basically an update vlog. I might do some more gaming as well. I do miss gaming, live stream gaming. I quite enjoyed that, especially Skyrim. That was always good fun, Skyrim. But anyway, I really hope you have a good time or a good date wherever you are, and I will see you hopefully in the next video. See ya, bye.